Let's take a ride. I know you how. I know you how. I know you how. I know you how. We're gonna make it happen. Let's take a ride and spend the day in the fun.
Welcome, everyone, to Season 6, Episode 4 of Kicks at the Castle, podcast by three sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. As Walt would say to all who listen to this happy podcast, welcome. My name is John. I'll be your host, and I am joined, as always, by my man, Matt.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
And Ruby.
Hey, everyone.
And this week, we are joined by Britson. Britson, welcome.
What's up? Thanks for having me, y'all. I appreciate it.
Wow, super stoked you can join us. We've got a great show planned this week. We're going to catch up with some news items. Then we've got our Fit of the Week feature. This week in World vs. Land, we're going to talk about our snack and meal recommendations. Ruby is going to hold it down with plant-based option of the week. We'll catch up with our recent trips on properties, and we'll play a few games with Britt before getting to know him better. But first, as always, let's jump into pickups.
Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got the vest on my shoes.
Who wants to lead us off this week? Well, Britton's probably got like 10 or 15 things in the last 2 weeks. That's all he does is buy shit.
Yeah, guess go first.
Yeah, let's see it, man.
All right, so I knew I was coming on, so I had to time it in honor of John. Pair of threes.
Look at that.
Ama threes this week. And then got the Fear of God Converse in this week, which is my first pair of Converse in like, I don't know, years. But I'm excited about them. Just a nice beater.
Have you put them on yet?
I haven't. I did go a half size down, so my fingers are crossed.
Okay, because so what I say is back when I was younger, I used to wear Chucks.
Yeah.
And I cannot wear Chucks anymore. My feet have it's like you used to be able to sleep on a futon and then you can't. All of a sudden one day you can't. It's like my feet just like I can't. So
well, it will be my first pair at least since college. So, they might be listed.
Was that 3 years ago?
page.
Come on, dude. Look at you.
I think Converse are fine. They're comfy to me.
Every shoe is comfy to you.
I know. Right? Yeah, Ruby, name an uncomfortable shoe for us.
High heels.
Fair.
Ruby's like, I'll rock Jordan 4s all day. No worries. We're good.
That is true.
Yeah.
I will do that.
All right, now the next one who usually has a locker full of items, Ruby.
Well, first up, I have this Kid Robot vinyl figure that I pre-ordered a really long time ago. So it's like a Sailor Mickey. I really like Kid Robot, so I was pretty excited to get this. The box is really cool. It's like sailor tattoo style art. He's really cute. I think I will take him out of the box. You probably can't see too much because of the reflection of my screen, but his little tail back there is really cute. And I feel like he gets hidden in the box. So I'll probably take him out. But yeah, I ordered this probably I want to say 4 or 5 months ago. And then I just got it in this week.
Isn't that fun when stuff like that shows up? You kind of, I forgot I bought it, and then it comes in. Oh, this is cool.
I know, it's like future gifts for Ruby, future Ruby. It'll take a while. So next up, this box.
Ooh.
And I know that a lot of people weren't so stoked on these, but I think they're really nice. I like them. Like I mentioned, Luigi has a pair from several years ago that actually has the black toe, which I really like. And I think when they showed the lows, they showed the elephant Jordan lows with the black. And so I think I'll try to get those also. But I don't know. I really love elephant print in general. So I'm glad I got them. I got the youth size, so they are a little bit less expensive than the men's size. And I think they're just a nice shoe. I'm a Jordan 1.
Well, are you gonna have Luigi paint the toe black?
I kind of thought about trying to do the black on the toe, and I still might. I haven't totally sold myself on it because I don't want to fuck them up. But
to do it too, right, Matt?
Oh yeah.
I think maybe I will color in the toe, and then I can try to get Luigi to want to match with me, which he almost never does. He'll put on a pair of shoes and I'll be like, ooh, I'll wear mine too, and then he makes this face and then he kind of changes his shoes and I'm like, dang it. So we'll see. Maybe I won't color them so that we can have a little bit of differentiation and I can wear
almost matching.
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right, Matt. What about you this week?
I mostly got assists, but first up, I picked these up. These were a hot topic last week because we on the East Coast got them, and
Oh,
didn't get them. The churro ears. Yeah, I like how like right here it looks like the like parchment paper when you're like holding it.
oh,
Whatever,
like the
but
wrapper
yeah.
they come in.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, these are pretty cool, I guess.
That's cool.
So
Who are
I'm
those
gonna
going out
put
to?
'em on. One of my buddies. He got it for his girlfriend.
Nice.
They're not really into like the Disney gram and all that, but they just wanted these, so I copped it.
Nice.
And second, I mean, you guys already saw these, but
Oh,
should I do the dance? Should I do the Chris
Well,
Catalunya dance?
the
No, I'm not gonna do
multiverse,
that.
the multiverse dance.
Yep.
Love the Chris Catalunya
Spider-Man. I
dance.
mean, yeah, these I haven't done the glow in the dark yet. I'll probably do that later. But yeah, I mean, these are wild. I like these a lot. Yeah, these are my size. Did you guys? I know Ruby, you guys got these. Did you guys get them too? Yeah, I like the different materials on these. It's like suede and you got patent and you have regular leather. Honestly, like I was thinking like these would be dope like for like a soul swap on like a regular Chicago and have the bottom of these so that they glow on like a regular Chicago. But
Ruby, I didn't even pay attention to your shoes on Saturday. Did they glow?
I haven't been able to get them to glow yet. I watched a video on them last night where like someone put them under regular light and it didn't activate them the way it does with some of the other like Nike soles, but then someone went and like put them out in the sun and then brought them inside and it kind of activated them, but I haven't really tried it other than like the
let me put it on
inside.
my ring light right now. See
Um,
if it works.
But yeah, what about you, Britton?
I just keep forgetting they glow, to be honest.
Same. Yeah.
I've only gotten to wear them. It was raining all weekend, and with the patent leather, I tried to avoid it. But yeah, the 2 times I've worn them, I've kind of just worn them to the office and back, and just forget about the glow.
That's funny.
Yeah, I gotta try it later. But that's all I got.
All right, so I got a package from 85 Customs. Got a
Oh,
bread
nice.
bread card holder,
Ooh,
birthday present. Yeah.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, so 85 Customs, they take old Jordans and turn them in. So it holds like 4 cards. It's got a slot for cash, which I never carry. But anyway, so
Is that made with actual Jordan shoes?
Mhm.
Like, oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
That's so cool.
yeah, no, you can go to his Instagram page and he shows like him cutting them out, and he's got all this leather tooling, and like, so like the front, this is a Jordan, it's got the eyelets here, but like this is just new leather, and he's got the punches and he punches them and hand sews them. Really, really nice job. The quality's excellent on it.
That's really nice.
Then I made my first order on Goat last week.
oh, they came in.
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
the
Ooh.
Tokios Jordan lows. These are freaking awesome in person. Yeah, a little vintagey on the I got like the coffee stain on the midsole and the laces, but yeah, I'm very happy with this purchase.
Is that Tokyo exclusive?
Yeah, I was Japan exclusive.
It's
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
Yeah, I can't even tell you how excited I am to have these. Like I'm wearing them Saturday to Disneyland. They're not going to sit DS very long. So.
I haven't had a pair of the regular lows versus the OG lows in a while. Are the quality about the same as?
These are cool because it's got a lot of really like we got suede up in here.
Oh, wow.
So this is rather regular leather.
Oh, that's suede on the toe box?
No, this part is suede,
Wow.
and same around this mid panel, and it's not quite Alma Maniere cracked. It's not Harry Bush suede either, so it's kind of in between. And then regular leather on the back. It's really pebbled on the swoosh. Can't see it. But yeah, it's pebbled here, smooth around the front, suede. So it's got some other materials. The tongue's got the exposed padding. These things are awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
The Discord is going to be very upset. Those are not New Balances.
I know. No, they can deal with it. They can deal with it. Maybe they'll make another meme out of me or emoji. Or whatever. Think I'm leading the league. I've got like 12. Of
I
my
know.
own.
I gotta get all those emojis of you and create a sticker pack and start selling them.
No, we need.
Just
No,
cutouts of your head.
I need to get them pulled off the Discord, and they need to be a paid pack. It's like you got to pay a monthly subscription to get my emojis. That's what I need.
Yeah, we need to monetize Birdman.
Yeah, exactly. They're stealing my likeness. Anyway, that's what I got this week. Let's jump into Newsies.
Newsies.
So anyway, all right. Well, let's jump into some Disney news. We got obviously the big news this week: Galactic Star Cruiser closing down. I originally go, oh well, they're going to turn into Star Wars themed hotel. You know, it's going to just be a regular hotel experience. And then yesterday, Disney came out and said they're going to accelerate their depreciation and they're going to write off 150 mil in each of the next 2 quarters. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like that's going to be a building they're going to keep using if they're going to do that. So they're taking the write off. And I mean, so I guess we're not getting a themed Star Wars hotel for the masses.
No.
It didn't even last a year.
I
No.
don't think so.
I'm just, I don't know, a little disappointed I didn't try it.
I think it was right at like 15 months, I want to say, like barely over a year.
Yeah, but man, I was just thinking, oh, cool, they're going to shut it down for 6 months. They'll add a pool and some other stuff and open it up, and you can just go stay there. And it's like, whoa, maybe not. That's to me, that's a bummer. Because I'd love to have seen it.
I mean, I feel like everyone who did it had a really good time. I think it's just too out of reach for people.
I just hope that themed entertainment doesn't take away the lesson that themed hotels don't work.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that there was somewhere in between. Like, I would pay a gross amount of money to stay in Hogwarts for a couple nights.
Yeah. Same.
Now, I'd prefer J.K. Rowling not see that money, but I'd go
Yeah.
stay there.
Same.
I think one of the things is, so like you're paying $5,000 or whatever for 2 nights. And the problem is I mean, I know they're trying to make it feel like you're on a cruise. So it's got a small room and a cabin kind of a feel to it. But people that spend that kind of money, they want a little more square footage and some comfy beds. You know, they don't, they don't want to be in the bunk beds. You know, I'm shelling out $5,000. I'm in the top rack of the bunk bed. No, thanks. You know, and I actually heard a couple of reviews and they said the mattresses are super uncomfortable. I mean, you know, that's not how rich people live, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of the Dino Land argument in Animal Kingdom. Is Dino Land one of the best themed areas ever because it does feel like a rundown carnival? Or does it just feel like a rundown carnival?
So here's the thing. I actually didn't know that it was supposed to be a rundown carnival the first time I went. And I'm like, and if you're not in on the joke,
Right.
it's just a rundown, like what?
Yeah.
Look at the asphalt's all cracked, man. This what the hell? You know, and then you go, oh, it's supposed to be. Well, like I said, if you're not in on the joke, you know, it's not, you know.
Right.
So yeah, that's a great question. And what are they going to do with Dino Land now? I mean, I'm surprised they haven't. I mean, they just knocked that ride down. They didn't do anything with that space.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be Zootopia Land next, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
So then they got a retheme dinosaur.
I hope not. That's my wife and I's favorite ride. We ride that together every single time. I mean, it's not like actually good, but the campy funness.
All right. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait for you to come out and ride Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. Just telling you. You might need to go on a couple times.
Definitely.
Anyway, all right. So RIP Galactic Star Cruiser. And then, all right. So Adidas announces the Yeezy release information for 2023. So who's hyped? Is anybody gonna buy anything?
I might go for some slides, but
I might go for some more foam runners.
What about the Pirate Blacks?
maybe the Pirate Blacks too.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'll probably go for them.
Although right before all the Kanye stuff happened, I was wearing the oh gosh, what were the other ones? The other original ones, like the Pirate Blacks that released last year.
The Turtle Doves.
Turtle Doves. I was wearing a pair and I walked into my office and this guy who's like the kindest dude ever, but the dorkiest, like whatever an anti-hype beast without knowing it is this gentleman. He's had the same pair of Skechers for the last 7 years. I don't know. I wears them every day.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
that guy.
hipster.
And I walked in and he just looks at me and like with total sincerity and kindness goes, "Brother, I love your Hey Dudes."
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone
I remember you
else
brought
said that
up.
too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I sold them the next day.
Wow.
I was like, nope,
Wow.
nope.
That's
Someone
got to be the
else
episode.
said
That's
that
got to
when
be
they
the
were
episode
coming
title,
out.
Matt. That
I had to
has
look them
be.
up.
Hey, I love your Hey Dudes.
Yeah. So my wave runners are right there, and they've been there ever since. So I haven't worn them. Well, I took them to Disney World, so I wore them a bunch at Disney World, but I haven't worn them certainly this year. And I don't know. I actually thought about pulling them down. So I think enough time's passed.
Yep.
Certainly with Adidas, you know, agreeing. I mean, like I said, you know, I think we talked about it before. They're doing the smart business thing. That way they don't have to take a huge loss. You know, all they're doing is covering their costs, which that's a win. right? That's a win for them. Here's the other thing is that I haven't bought hardly any Adidas since this happened. So I probably have no points in Confirmed anymore. So I probably won't have the clout to get a pair off of the raffles, because of course probably everybody's in the same situation. I mean,
except for James, he's been buying every Witherspoon. He is ready.
But I think he's like the one person who's not gonna buy the Yeezys.
Oh no, I know. But
he's been buying them off Kijiji. He's not been buying them from Adidas.
Wait, do they have Confirmed in Canada? I feel like
I don't know, but he's got to keep his cover.
I think they do have Confirmed now. They used to not to, but they do now. It's sneakers that they don't have.
Okay. I will say I was very challenged with all the Yeezy stuff, but I still have pretty much all of my Yeezys, and I love all of them. They're shoes.
Okay, well, how do you feel? How do you feel about Tom Sachs, though? I mean, people are still wearing the
exactly. I mean, I feel like at a certain point, like these sneakers are things that have become part of like the history of like sneaker culture, and so you can't just like it just doesn't really make sense. Like I'm literally never gonna wear my Wave Runners again. Like they're one of my favorite shoes of all time. I'm gonna wear them again. Like it's just that it just is what it is.
I think you set them aside, you let them cool off, and then you kind of go back to it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, my son's got 15 pairs of 350s, and he never quit wearing them because I mean, he's not listening to Kanye music or anything like that, but that's the shoe he likes. So he never.
See, that was harder for me. Like I love Kanye music, and I do have a hard time listening to it. I mean, it makes me sad, but I don't like get the same emotion from wearing my shoes. I don't like look at my shoes and be like, Kanye. But if I hear like a Kanye beat, I'm like, damn, Kanye, like, why'd you do this to me, bro? I'll feel that way about me.
Well, anyway, let's jump into fit of the week.
Call this fit hell back because this fit's stupid, like dumb.
Every week we pick a post where we were tagged or the hashtags Kicks at the Castle was used, and this week we have Camp at Jungle Cruise. He's got the Park Friends skipper jersey and the Travis One low reverse mochas. Was fortunate enough to get to bump into Zay this weekend. It was cool to meet him. I'm trying to hook up with him again this weekend because I'm going to be up there Saturday, and he said he might be around if he can get off work. But super cool dude, dope outfit. He actually was a jungle skipper, so the jersey is appropriate. I'm just when I wear the jungle skipper jersey that I have, I'm just appropriating jungle skipper culture, whereas he actually lived it.
Did he tell you a dad joke?
I didn't ask him for one. He's going to need to give me a spiel. You know what? Actually, if I can run into him next weekend, I'm gonna make him take me on. We're gonna go on Jungle Cruise together, and we're gonna heckle the skipper. I think that's what we need to
do. Mean.
One of the times that my little sister was in the hospital, her doctor at the end had been this like kind but very stern older doctor. Had seen all the Mickeys and everything that were coming in and out of the room, and at the end he just turns and quotes the entire Jungle Cruise spiel, like after 10 days when they were just letting her out, and he winks my mom, he goes, I was a skipper for 6 years, and walks out. And
oh my god!
That's awesome.
And it was like, oh my gosh,
amazing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's amazing. I love that.
It was so funny.
You guys got the right doctor for sure.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so dope fit, Zay. If you'd like to be featured, use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle, or tag us in your Disney fit pics in park or not. And now it is time for Land versus World.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Each week we pick an aspect or landmark from Walt Disney World or Disneyland Resort, and we decide which park has better. We are going to talk about recommendations. I had a couple people recently hit me up. Hey, I'm going Disneyland. I haven't been since I was, in middle school or whatever. What do you recommend? What should I eat? So I kind of wanted to I'm sure you guys get it a lot, right? When you're the Disney authority and people are going to Disney, like work people, all that, like, hey, what should I get? So doesn't it could be any park in particular or a couple parks, but Brett, man, what's your go-to recommendation? What do you tell people they gotta hit?
Stay away from Magic Kingdom at all costs. No, Emily loves Satuli Canteen. I have the palate of like a 4-year-old and a picky 4-year-old at that. So like, Cosmic Rays is fine, whatever. I'm gonna get my plain burger with cheese. It's fine. I love sci-fi. because there are movies.
You love sci-fi?
We eat there every single time. I love sci-fi, man.
Okay, I always recommend sci-fi because I think it's awesome. The theme is awesome. But I tell people just get a shake because the food is shit.
Oh no, it's not good. But it's mine and it's okay. No, I don't feel bad for Italy. She is like a foodie and married me who just is not at all. So like every time there are like a couple of sci-fis where she just grins and bears it. And then we'll do like a Tusker House or a Boma or, you know, something like that where I'm like, okay, can I have French fries and the kids mac and cheese? I mean, literally a Tusker House.
Yeah, you're paying $59 to go to something and you're eating mac and cheese.
It's bad, man. It's not good. I have a problem.
That's funny. What about snacks? Is there a go-to snack or anything that's a must-do?
Go-to snack? I mean, really, any snack is a good snack, I feel like. There's not a go-to. I mean, we always go for not the Dole Whips. What are the orange ones? It's Sunshine Tree Terrace.
Oh, Sunshine Terrace.
Yeah. Anyway,
I know
we get those a lot. That's kind of, I guess, the go-to.
All right, Ruby, how about you? What do you recommend?
I have some pretty strong recommendations. As far as sweets go, always recommend a hand pie, any varying flavor of which one you want. If you like different flavors, let me know what your jam is and I'll tell you which location in the park has that flavor. I feel like single-handedly keeping hand pies in business at Disneyland.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I know 3 locations at Disneyland for hand pies. Are there more?
So yes, there's Bing Bongs.
Oh, Bing Bongs. Okay.
Yeah, there's the one by Winnie the Pooh. There's the one in downtown Disney. There's the one at the end of Main Street, and there's the one by the Starbucks in DCA.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I didn't know 2 of those. All right.
And what is a hand pie?
It's basically like a fancy Pop-Tart.
Okay, perfect. I had pie for the first time in my life about 12 months ago. So I am in
pie in general?
Pie in general.
Wow.
Well, they have a hand pie at Woody's lunchbox. It's I think they call it a homemade Pop-Tart or something.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so that's like my sweet treat that I tell everyone to try, because I feel like everyone says like, okay, get a churro. Yeah, you should get a churro. If you like haven't been to Disneyland, you definitely should get a churro at Disneyland, like no question. Dole Whip, yeah, we all know Dole Whips are amazing, but like hand pie is one of those ones that I think is really good that people probably just don't even think of or realize. So that's like my sweet treat that I tell people to get. As far as like something savory, the fried pickles from Carnation Cafe are freaking delicious because Disneyland has the best pickles anyways, and then you fry them and then magic happens. So that's like a savory one that I recommend. And then if you want like a meal, I always think like just because you're in California and like Mexican food is very like prevalent here, I always think the birria tacos are like a good suggestion because the ones at Disneyland are pretty good. And a lot of times people haven't had birria tacos before, so I feel like that's something I also recommend for people to try.
Okay. Matt, how about you?
All right, so we're gonna start off at MK. I definitely recommend the walking taco, or what I like to call is taco in a bag.
I still haven't gotten that.
Yeah, it's so good. So basically what that is basically a bag of Fritos stuffed with ground beef, sour cream, salsa. I think there's guac in it.
There's like a pico de gallo, I think.
Yeah. And
you're just making me mad. You're just making me mad because I wanted to get it last trip and I didn't get it. I had too many goddamn dining reservations. I couldn't hit everything.
I think there's rice in there too. Yeah, it's fire.
That's crazy. I want that.
And for snack at MK, the candied bacon, you just can't go wrong with that. It's thick piece of bacon, sweet, salty. At Studios, the shrimp tacos at ABC Commissary, it's a new item. I mean, it's been there it's fairly new. I think over a year now, but it is probably my favorite quick service meal at Hollywood Studios. They don't really have any snacks, I would say. I don't know. Maybe a Ronto wrap. I don't know. I'm not a fan of those, but Animal Kingdom, Pongo Pongo Lumpia is basically like a little egg roll with pineapple and cream cheese. Those are fire. And Flame Tree Barbecue, like fire ribs. Chicken's okay, but just the ribs are fire. And Epcot, they took it off the menu, but it used to be my go-to was the in Germany, it's called Nudelgratin, which is like it's like a German mac and cheese. but they took it off the menu. They don't have it anymore. Kind of upset about that, but I mean, my other go-to is fish and chips at UK. Like, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, absolutely. Just even
Fire
the
every
walk,
single time.
you don't have to go into Rose and Crown.
Yeah.
Just the walk window is good.
Yep. Oh, and I just remember for sweet, it is in the ice cream place. I forgot what the ice cream place is called, but I think the ice cream is called croquet glacé. I think I'm saying that right. So it's basically a brioche bun pressed with ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice cream in the middle.
I got one last trip for the first time. That was the
It
first
is
time.
freaking awesome.
It was amazing good.
What did you get in the middle or ice cream?
I don't remember.
I usually get it's a coconut ice cream
I didn't
with
get the coconut ice cream.
with chocolate sauce. So good.
I feel like it might have been like a chip and like a regular, like a vanilla ice cream with chocolate chips in it or something like that, maybe. But it was so good, dude. That is absolutely worth it. And
It's so good.
the
It
line
is
is
so
always
good.
ridiculous. The line's always ridiculous. Just get in the line, just do it.
Yeah. And in Disneyland DCA, everything. Whatever you see, get it. See it, just try it. Go to a cart. It's all good.
It's all good.
Disneyland and the West Coast just has the best food.
Just get a turkey
try
leg
everything.
and go for it.
The turkey legs are fire in Disneyland. Not
Dude,
here.
you gotta, you know what? If you're gonna go to cart, go get a chimichanga. Or just switch it up.
Chimichangas are fire too.
Yeah.
You can
Everything.
get a turkey leg anywhere.
Dude, I seen that they had like the buffalo turkey leg, and I was like, yo, this person's ass is gonna be on fire. Like, drenched in, buffalo
You guys have
sauce.
corn on the cob, right?
I want to get the corn on the cob. You know,
Yeah.
that's one thing I have not done, the corn on the cob.
Just a
from the
plain
street
corn
stand.
on the cob, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't tried yet.
They've got a great plain corn on the cob at Animal Kingdom, right by the safari.
I've been wanting to try that too. Is it
Stellar.
grilled?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try that next time. Right in it's in Africa, right?
Yep. Yeah, right in front of like Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for Disneyland DCA, I'm with Ruby. I always recommend the Bria tacos or the Bria sandwich at Jolly Holiday. It's like it's on like Texas toast with grilled cheese and Bria, and it's got the dip. So those are the two. Those I agree. Like I said, I agree with that. I don't know that there's anything comparable in Disney World, so I would always recommend somebody coming out. You guys know me. I always recommend the regulator. If someone wants a drink, you got to get a regulator. You know, if someone's eating like Ruby said, I've been to most of the restaurants, so I know the good things to get. So, like if you're at Carnation Cafe, they had the pie is fantastic. But I always get the braised short rib now. That's become one of our regulars. But they have an amazing wedge. But like if you're at Riverbell Terrace, they always have seasonal monkey bread, and to me that's a must do. I've been disappointed with the service there lately. It seems like it's a little slow. I feel like I just feel like it's a staffing issue. The service isn't bad, the food's not bad. It just feels like it's a longer meal than it should be. So I'm hoping that gets better. You know, the addition of the filet mignon at Blue Bayou, if you're going there, that's a really good meal. Obviously, Carthay Circle now will be a huge recommendation since we went there. Everything I had there was fantastic. A couple things for World. Again, I like the fish and chips. I usually go to Rose and Crown Dining because you get a much bigger portion. What are the other go-tos? You know what? I like so at DAC, I always like to go to Yak and Yeti, and the house fried rice is amazing. It's a side dish. It's not even so it's like one of the cheaper things on the menu. It's like $16. You cannot eat it. It's the whole thing because it is such a big portion, and it's fried rice, and it's got like chicken, shrimp, and pork in it. So it's got tons of protein in it, and it's like it is enough for two people to easily share. And so to me, that's like a low key, like one of my favorite things to get in any of the parks there. I'm sure I'm forgetting some other stuff. There, you know what? That's the thing. There's so many good things to eat. When they have the Peter Pan float at MK,
Ooh, that's a good one.
Storybook Treats, but it's seasonal. They don't have it year round. That is very refreshing. So anyway, those are the main points. Like I said, the other thing is I think Cinderella's Royal Table is a fantastic dining experience. Anybody going out there, I would highly recommend that. The service you get there is impeccable. It's a really good time. So anyway, those are some of our go-tos. If you got anything different, tell Matt. He'll make a sticker probably. You guys can tell us what we're missing. And yeah, if you've got some tips for us, I mean, hey, I haven't eaten everything. So I could always appreciate a few more places to go. But now let's get into trips and drips. This is a segment where we catch up on our recent trips on property. Britton, how long has it been since you were in the parks?
We were there in whenever the half marathon was. I think
You were there when I
April?
was there. You were there when I was there, and we missed.
Yes.
We kept missing parks. That's right.
Yep. And then we'll be back, I think, in August for a long weekend.
Which weekend? I'm going to be back in August.
The 17th to the 20th.
Dude, I'm there.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Let's meet up, dude. It's my birthday trip. I'd love to see you.
So we're doing a Kick Me the Castle meetup.
Absolutely. Are you going to the Halloween party?
I'm actually not sure. We might.
That's the weekend of the first party, and I already got my tickets.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
I think it's that Friday night is the first Mickey's Not So Scary.
Yeah, we finally decided where we're staying, but we don't have much else figured out yet.
Yeah, where are you staying?
We're gonna do Fort Wilderness this time.
I'm gonna do Art of Animation. I decided I wanted to do a Skyliner Resort. So
Yeah, we usually do all-star movies, so we decided to splurge a little this time.
nice. Well, tell us about the last trip. What'd you guys do? What's a Britain park day?
So growing up, we went every year. We went for they were ridiculous trips, like 14 days at a time. We went once a year. It was everyone's Christmas gift. That's what we got for Christmas. We all went to the parks. And they were like rope drop to 2 hours after park close ordeals. Like we were getting glared at by the cast members to please get the hell out of this park. We want to go home. Fair. So I still have PTSD from some of that. So what we tend to do is Ibly gets up earlier than I do. So she'll go in rope drop-ish. She'll just bus in and then we drive down. So I'll take the car in probably 9 or 10 usually, and then stay for a few hours, get lunch, come back to the hotel, go back at night. So it's pretty chill, pretty low-key.
Nice.
Yeah, we like it.
So what kind of footwear are you wearing in the parks? What did you take? What was the rotation for the last trip?
Rotation for the last trip. I think I wore my Lost and Founds, my New Balance Action Bronsons, which I know you're a fan of. So I was just trying to be inspired more by.
I missed. I was so mad I missed on that.
Those are baklavas, right?
Yeah, the baklavas, and then I think I brought my SB4s on that one.
Nice. Do you think the SB4s are more comfortable than other fours?
Oh yeah, they're way more, and they're the only the second 4 I've ever had that I can go true to size for. So usually I'm a half size up because my foot's a little wide. But I actually tried on a half size up and they were way too big. So I stuck true to size and they were perfect.
But Britt, man, do you hitting the rides, or what do you like to do when you're there? Is it obviously it's not dining for you?
No. We hit a lot of the rides. We actually do a lot of shows. Enjoy kind of hitting the, everything from the Good Finding Nemo show to the Terrible Beauty and the Beast show. It's all fun. Other than that,
you think the Nemo show's good, huh?
Man, I love it. I do. I'm kind of a sucker for Broadway stuff, though. We're going to see Dear Evan Hansen this weekend that I'm more excited than I should be. So any of the shows I like, anything in the air conditioning I'm into.
All right, so do you like the classics? Like, are you a Carousel Progress guy? Do you need to?
Yep, pretty much all the classics. We were talking before we started recording a little bit. I don't do mini coasters. My back's all jacked up, and it's totally not a fear of heights. It's my back 100%. So don't do mini coasters, but do a lot of the dark rides. I think like the most thrilling I'll go is like Star Tours. That's kind of where I tap out. But
so you haven't tried Cosmic Rewind?
No.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
It's so smooth.
Really, the only ones that are on my don't ride list are Splash, Space, Everest, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Tower. Other than that, I'm pretty much
you're not
honestly. I think you would be fine on Guardians or Cosmic Rewind because it is very, very smooth.
So smooth.
But
like Matterhorn, dude, don't even think about that.
Yeah, don't even think about it.
Dude, it might realign your back.
It might be the healing ID. It's like, what is it? Is it a Big Thunder Mountain that people claim to pass kidney stones on?
It can be.
I love Big Thunder.
It has the same I guess ride system as Space Mountain here, but it is a lot more jerkier. Like you feel it. I feel like in Matterhorn there's the track and then there's floor underneath, but in space it's just the track itself.
Right.
There's something wrong with the Matterhorn, dude.
There really is. It hurts.
Like they need to retrack it. Like whatever that would be,
Completely.
they need to completely retrack it because it is bad.
Even they did whatever they did to it, and I'm like, this is not better.
I know.
Does it
So-
still like get long waits, or are people kind of scared off of it by now?
Well, it's been closed for 2 months. So I saw Ruby is supposed to open like June 4th or something like that. So it's supposed to open pretty soon because it's been down. Those things, it was closed for like 2 or 3 months last year. It's been closed for a couple months so far this year. I don't know what they're trying to do to it, but
Yeah, at this point, it's just like an aesthetic. Like it just lives there, but I don't know if anyone like is really enjoying it.
But no, I don't think the rides, and it's got a single rider line, so which goes decently quick. I mean, I ride it from time to time, but it's not a must do for me. But you know. All right, so you are a chill. So like, are you a drink around the world guy?
No, I'm not. I do snack a little around the world, to be fair.
Okay, you eat around the world.
Eat around the world, yeah. Not anything good,
in-
of course, but I eat
Start in
around.
Mexico.
Start in Mexico. Always start in Mexico.
Okay. All right.
Usually end up doing 2 laps when we go to Epcot. We'll kind of do the first one where we actually look at everything and then hit it one more time to pick up some souvenirs at the shops.
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, a lot of walking. We end up with like usually 30 to 40,000 steps at the end of the day. So we just do a lot of like walking around, sightseeing, people
Big day.
seeing, all that kind of stuff.
That is a big day. All right.
Oof.
Nice. All right, Matt, you make it into parks last week?
I did. Wait, when was it? I think it was, what's today? Wednesday? I think Sunday, either Saturday or Sunday. I went to Animal Kingdom. Both quick trips. I went Sunday or last weekend. I went today. First, we went to Animal Kingdom. What do we do? Oh, we saw Nemo, and I haven't seen that since the update. It's honestly the same exact thing as the first one, but they updated.
There was so much drama about it changing, and then it was like there were 4 lines that were different. And I was like, okay.
Well, that, and then like the props that they use, and then a lot of the production was like updated. So if you like the show, like I know our boy Herb, he loves Nemo. Yeah, it's literally the same exact show, but it's just the production is just, I guess, nicer or like a lot more updated. It's not old, I guess. And then we just rode Everest, and yeah. And then today we went to Studios. You guys are gonna laugh because we literally just went there, or not. I mean, we were gonna ride Slinky, but it was like, if you look at our weather today, it was rain all day. And when we went, or like on the way there, it didn't rain, so it's like, whatever. Rain here is like unpredictable. Let's just go and see what happens. And then we got there, and then surprisingly, I did try Pizza Rizzo. I gave it another chance today. I wouldn't recommend.
So I need to try that, Matt, because I had
it's worth the
I had
try.
the Via Napoli, so now I've got some frame of reference.
Oh,
I
man,
love it. I do. It's so
Pizza
bad.
Rizzo?
It's crappy pizza, but I love it.
Okay, so I did get cheese. I did tell Griffin I had to get cheese, but he said that's where I did wrong. I got to get pepperoni or the sausage. So maybe I'll try it again, and maybe I'll get pepperoni. But
Is it like
I don't
crappy, like it's like a Chuck E. Cheese pizza or something, or like a skating rink pizza, like it's meant to be crappy?
I would definitely go skating rink. Chuck E. Cheese is probably a little more high quality.
I was gonna say a lot of there are some Chuck E. Cheese pizza fans.
I know. I like Chuck E. Cheese pizza, so I was like, I don't know if that's we're qualifying as like crappy pizza. I'm like, I need to find like a kid that I can sneak into Chuck E. Cheese pizza so they'll let me in there to get one.
So crappy. Okay, so crappy pizza to me is like Little Caesars, and it's,
Okay, is it better or
pretty-
worse than Little Caesars?
It's like the same.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But you get to look at weird pictures of Muppets while you eat it. So like that's a plus.
It's okay. So maybe like Little Caesars is like a 5, maybe a 4.9. Pizza Rizzo is like a 6.5.
So what do
That
you rate
sounds
like
like I'm
Via
into it.
Napoli? What do you think?
Via Napoli is a solid 9.2.
Yeah, I thought it was
That one is where? Via Napoli.
Epcot.
Epcot.
Oh,
in the
okay.
Matt, have you had the pizza in the Connections Cafe yet?
Yes, that
It's actually
pizza's
pretty good.
That
Yeah.
pizza's good.
Is it like the
Yes.
regular one? I think I had like a tikka masala one from there.
Yeah, that one was surprisingly
that one's
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So basically, we got pizza Rizzo, and then we just saw like the clouds coming, and then we're just like, should we wait it out? Should we leave? And then we're just like, it's probably better to go home. So we left, and good thing we did, because as soon as we left, it started pouring.
Damn.
So, and yeah, that was it. I'm not going this weekend because I'm staying away from Memorial Day weekend.
Oh,
'cause,
yeah.
that is not gonna be fun.
Oh, we've got snow glory. Come on, man.
Nah, I'm good.
Well, Ruby, what about you? Did you make it in this weekend?
I did finally. I was so glad to be back in the park. I was there on Saturday. Got there probably like around noonish, 30. So I left a little bit earlier than I normally do. When I got there, went to Paradise Garden Grill. I'll talk about that in a minute with my plant-based option. And then we met up with John and Amy. We did some Midway Mania. John slayed on everyone.
Dude, I
getting
had that was
crazy
my
ass
I
score.
think that was my highest score I've ever gotten.
275, making everyone shame. The kid in the seat across from us was in shambles, like telling his dad, like, this isn't fair. Like, what the heck?
Oh yeah, he was like, oh my god, that was so good.
Yeah. So he was major impressed by John, and then John, gave him the tip, like, hey man, I prepped for this. I watched the YouTubes, and I think that blew the kid's mind. I don't think he even knew that was a thing. So he'll probably be studying up for future plays on Midway. And then we went over and did Spider-Man, which I know a lot of people don't really like, but I was wearing my Spideys that day, so I decided to do Spider-Man that day. Lots of arm workout rides is what we were apparently doing. I got to meet up with Dominique and Zay Camp. It was nice to meet them in person. Been chatting with them online, so it's just always cool to link up with people from the community. And then we all had reservations at Carthay Circle. It was my first time there. John's also. I think it was Phil's first time in the dining area. Now, I think they did the lounge before, but it was awesome. I really loved it. I do like bougie food, so I was super into it. We ended up sharing, Luigi and I, like he got a steak and I did try some of that steak, but we got this Kampachi ancho chili citrus. So it was like a chili citrus cured piece of Kampachi that had like avocado, pineapple butter, and pepita sesame chili crunch on it, and the like fish was just, so Kampachi is like a yellowtail if you haven't had it before, and it was seriously so good, like a perfect like fish. It's raw, so if you don't like that, don't try that. But it was really, really good. And then I also for my meal got another appetizer, which was the Mediterranean spiced lamb kofta. So that came with like a really good tomato chutney, tzatziki, and some garlic naan bread. I would say the chutney was on the sweeter side, so it's like a little bit of a sweet savory type of thing. So if you're not into that, you might not like it, but I thought it was really good. And then Luigi's steak was delicious. It came out overcooked at first, so they took it back and remade it, and like really top tier service. They were like really apologetic about it, and then when they brought it back out properly, it was really good. Another highlight for me was I got a hot tea at the end while others were having dessert, and they actually have like a really nice tea box that they bring out with little jars of the different teas that they have, so you can smell the loose leaf tea and choose which one you want. And they actually let me do a blend of a couple of them, so I ended up getting like their chamomile mixed with their green tea because I usually like that blend, and since it's all loose leaf, they made the blend for me. So if you're a tea drinker, that was a really nice delight. I would have been fine with just a regular tea bag and some hot water, so that was super nice delight.
That presentation was amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like a really fancy tea box with all these little glass jars in it. So overall experience was great. We then crossed over to Disneyland, did some stuff over there.
No, we didn't.
Luigi.
No, we didn't.
Yes,
we went and got regulators.
Oh yeah, we did get regulars.
Then we went on
We went on
regulators.
cars. I gotta save some.
I'm the one that was drinking, and I remember what we did. What the hell?
Hey, I gotta save some stuff for you to talk about. So we did also.
I was there 3 days. I got plenty.
That's true. You were. So we did do cars. We hung out, had some regulators. Well, John and Amy had some regulators. We got to watch Phil cry over the Lakers losing. Yay, go Lakers.
It was.
We won the race in cars always a day when you win. And then when we went over to Disneyland, we were kind of messing around, seeing what we were going to get on. We did go on Haunted Mansion, which I always love doing Haunted Mansion. And then Luigi and I closed out the night by going on Big Thunder. So I'm glad since we crossed over, we went on that. It always does get turned up at night. So it's always on 11 at night. If you want to go faster, feel crazier, that's the time to do it. But all in all, it was a great day, minus the commute home where they decided to shut down an entire 12-lane freeway in California, which makes absolutely zero sense. So sorry to anyone who else was stuck with me on that freeway going home from Disneyland, but I didn't let that ruin my day because I got home and had a hand pie and all was right in the world.
So Carthay Circle, would you say it was also at least as good as Little Caesars? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm gonna give Carthay Circle a 10 out of 10. I was delighted. I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
I mean, I'd compare it to like Tiffin's. I mean, it's every bit as good as going to Tiffin's. You know, probably I know Griffin would be mad at me saying this. I think it's better than Le Cellier. So it's very high end. Yeah. No, it was so good. But yeah, like I said, I was there. So it was the weekend after my birthday. So we went up. I got a hotel. Spent Friday and Saturday night there. So we spent 2.5 hours driving up there Friday after work. We did Runaway Railway, and I got us a dinner reservation for Carnation Cafe. So Amy got the braised short ribs with mac and cheese, and I was looking forward to getting my wedge as I always do. But then they had a seasonal special. They had a French dip. So I'm a sucker for a French dip. You know, so that happened and it was delicious. We got the cheesecake for dessert, which was a fat portion, like for what you would expect at a theme park. It was almost like they brought me 2 slices instead of 1. It was a wedge. It was a good sized wedge. And honestly, we wanted to do some shopping, so we went to downtown Disney and kind of wussed out. We ended up going back to the room after that, and we're right across the street from 7-Eleven, so I bought some beers. So we sat in bed and watched Dateline and drank beer because we wanted to get early to go the next day. So I kind of wussed out. Well, we got over there for, I wore the Fire Red Force on Friday. Saturday I went back. I had the Origin Story ones on. Got there early. We hit paid Genie Plus because seemed like it was a fairly light day, so I thought I could get some bang for my buck on that. So what did we do? We got the breakfast burrito at Galactic Grill, which is, I always love getting that. It's a good start to the day. I sucked on Buzz Lightyear. The ride is kind of in disrepair right now. There's so many targets that aren't working. In the first room where you see Zurg, he doesn't rotate anymore. He's just facing in one direction. So it's just, I'm not blaming the ride because I honestly haven't been riding it much lately. So I think I'm out of practice, but it does not help when you waste time shooting at targets that don't actually work. So anyway, let's see, we hit the mansion and we got into like the stretching room, and I got a text from my renter about my water heater leaking and their faucet where their sinks backed up. And so I spent half of the Haunted Mansion ride setting up a plumber to go to my renter's house. So I was not really thrilled. So I had to get an attitude adjustment. So what better way to adjust my attitude? So head over and ride Winnie the Pooh. And so we did that. Then we headed in. We got some Tatooine sunsets, and I got to meet my man Boba Fett for the first time walking around. So that was kind of cool. Then, we used the Lightning Lane and rode Roger Rabbit. It's the first time I rode Roger Rabbit since they reopened Toontown. So that was very fun. They did change Jessica Rabbit's clothes. Not sure why, but she is no longer wearing a red dress. So guess they're trying to desexualize her or whatever. I got to see Pete. I hadn't seen Pete before in person, walking around. We went and did Autopia, which I haven't ridden Autopia. I think I've ridden the Speedway a couple times since the last time I rode Autopia. And I don't know if we've done the comparison, but Autopia is better. Sorry.
No,
I mean, the Speedway sucks, so fair.
Well, it's like riding. It's like an oval versus a road race, because you go around. But anyway, about that time is when I met up with Luigi and Ruby. We had a really good time. I did have to head back to the room because I handed off the Kobe's to Phil when I met up with him later, and I didn't want to tote him around the park, so had to head back to the room. And then I switched up. I put on the black cement 3s for the evening wear. And see, what did I have? So Amy and Luigi split a bottle of Camus, which is Amy's favorite wine. So we have now ruined Luigi's palate for anything less. So I think he'll remember that. I got an old fashioned, and then I had a pear cider as well. The pear cider was honestly, it was very similar to the one they have at Rose and Crown. It was very light. That was good. Old fashioned was delicious. We got potato croquettes as an appetizer. Amy and I also split a New York steak, and then we got a side of the Yukon mashed potatoes. And we had a Japanese cloud cheesecake for dessert, which was interesting presentation.
It was not like a normal Japanese cloud though. Like if you've had those Japanese cloud cheesecakes before, they're kind of like big and fluffy. It did not look like that. And Phil and Ash got it as well. And it was
deconstructed as well.
Yeah. It just didn't look like what you would expect for that dessert.
Yeah. And it was certainly a gourmet tasting portion, not like big honking New York cheesecake I got the day before at the Carnation. It was very different, but it had good flavor. I didn't even get to taste the sherbet that it came with because Amy ate the whole thing, but it looked like a ball of butter, not a scoop of ice cream. It was pretty small. But anyway, I can't say enough about the dining experience. Like I said, the service and the food was only topped by the quality of company that we had with us. Certainly enjoy our dining crew. We've done a couple of meetups, and we've got a couple more plans. So something I'm hoping to keep going. See, what else did Ruby left? Ruby left out. We went over. Luigi and I and Amy got beers at Award Wieners while we were waiting for Phil to eat his PB&J churro.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we split up after Mansion, we rode Pirates.
Oh yeah.
See, I take notes. So yeah, I drank beers in my room when I was getting the shoes, and I had an old fashioned and a pear cider, and then I had a regulator, and then I had a beer. So it was a good thing I walked back to my
next
room.
morning.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing I had a room. Well, so the next day it was supposed to rain. Like they put rain on the forecast. I'd actually taken my Alma Near 3s to wear Sunday, and I decided I didn't want to risk it, so I went black cement 3s again because we had a 9:30 reservation for Carnation Cafe. And Phil and Ashley, we were talking the night before, and Phil's like, "Well, what time can you? I'll see if I can get a reservation too." And I was actually able to change mine from 2 to 4. So Phil and Ashley met us for breakfast. And we had a blast. I had the breakfast skillet, and Amy thought it was gonna be big enough to share, and I felt like it wasn't. So I ordered the kids waffles. Amy ended up stealing one of my waffles. It came with like breakfast potatoes. The skillet was all right. The eggs, I like my eggs a little tighter. They were kind of loose. So, but it was still a good breakfast. We did Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, and Mickey and Minnie. So that was a lot of fun. I had to get out of town, but just getting to hang out in Two Town and watch Ruby play. That was not Ruby, the other
Not
Ruby.
me.
The baby Ruby. We had a blast. She is a joy to be around. Phil and Ashley have a wonderful child, and they are great parents, and it was just fun to hang out. And like I said, Disney through the eyes of a child. Then there's nothing better than that, right? We go and we have fun, but when you go with a little kid, it's 10 times more fun.
Yeah, she's like the most personable little human.
So anyway, that was my weekend, and I'm going to try to go back this weekend, and it'll be exciting. I have an MRI scheduled for Friday morning, but I'm going to try to go up after that. So it'll be a full day. Anyway, so let's jump into Irv's plant-based option of the week.
I ain't eating no beef, cause you know that I'm a vegan. I ain't eating no beef, compassion's what I believe in.
Every week, Ruby gives you a suggestion if you'd like to have something disgusting. I mean, something healthy or alternative.
Okay.
Lifestyle,
Take it easy. All right. So this weekend, I did try 2 really good plant-based options. First, at Paradise Garden Grill, the Impossible Chili Cheese Fries. I love chili cheese fries, but that's also like one of those things where I'm like, this could be a really bad stomach situation. And like, do you really want to start your day that way? But when it's plant-based, I feel a lot less nervous about it. So it came with a cauliflower cheese sauce, which because it's like a cheese sauce, you don't really know that it's not cheese because of the consistency of it. Listen, let me get through my piece in peace, John.
I'm not saying it. I didn't say a friggin' word. Why
So
don't you tell
consistency-
everybody what Luigi said about that?
I tuned him out. I don't know what he said. Anyways, it was very good.
He
It
said
had
what I would say.
it had chili in it, so impossible chili, and then an avocado sour cream that was dairy free. So I thought it was really good, and I did not have a stomachache after, so I was grateful for that delicious option. Yeah, so highly recommend.
Yeah, run out and get it and let us know how it was. Can't wait to hear.
You won't believe anyone anyways.
Can't wait to hear about it. So, all right, now it's time to get to know Britton a little better. So, Ruby, why don't you lead us off with a little Mad Lib?
All right, so Britt and I am going to ask you for a couple of things, and you will just give me some words, and then we will generate your Mad Lib. So, favorite park?
Hollywood Studios.
Oh, hot take.
Fair.
Sneaker, your favorite
It
sneaker?
is.
Union 1 Black Toe.
Oh, very nice. Jealous.
Show off.
Your favorite ride?
People Mover.
Favorite character?
Figment.
Favorite snack?
Churros.
Ooh, wait till you get to Disneyland. And 2 different adjectives.
Delicious and exhilarating.
All right, over to y'all.
All right, excellent. All right, let's do a little Disney and Datnee while Ruby puts that together.
Disney.
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 These nuts. Got him!
I'm gonna shoot out some options for you. Let me know what you think. Dole Whip or Mickey Pretzel?
Pretzel.
All right. Haunted Mansion or Pirates?
Oh man. Haunted.
Haunted. All right. Well, just wait till you ride the Disneyland Pirates. You might have
Fair.
a different opinion. Vintage tea or Supreme tea?
Vintage.
Of course. Travis Scott or Off-White?
Travis Scott.
Okay. Grand Fiesta Tour or Living with the Land?
I actually love both. Grand Fiesta.
Wow. All right. Slides or Crocs?
Slides.
All right. That's the correct answer. Midway Mania or Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin?
Buzz Lightyear's when the buttons don't stick.
Ah, okay. I hear you. All right. How about drinks at Nomad Lounge or drinks at Baseline?
Ooh. Nomad.
Nomad. Okay. I think that's the right answer. Baseline's fun, but I think Nomad's the right answer.
Yeah.
Star Wars or Marvel?
Marvel.
Heroes or villains?
Villains.
All right. That's it. You made it.
Yes.
But now you've got one more gauntlet to run through. And that is the Disney Hype Trivia. Matt.
All right. So just 3 questions. I know you're a movie buff, so we're gonna throw some movie ones in here.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Question number 1. What is the top grossing Disney movie ever created?
I mean, Avengers Endgame. Unless we're retroactively counting Avatar after they acquired it. I don't know.
So just Disney, so not Marvel.
Oh gosh. Mary Poppins?
Frozen 2.
Oh, of course. Sure.
Frozen 2. All right. Question number 2. Name 2 sneakers that have an official movie collab, excluding the ones that just came out, the Spider-Mans.
Okay, fair. So you've got the Reebok pumps with Toy Story,
Okay.
and then you've got the Adidas Forum lows with the Grinch.
Okay. John, Ruby, can you name one?
Well, I mean, you got the forums that did the Home Alone as well. I mean, I've got the Origin Stories, which was one of the first ones.
Vans, Toy Stories.
Yeah. Is the Space Jams, is that an official collab?
I
I feel like it is, right?
I think, but I don't think it's a
Space Jam
collab.
11.
I just think it's the shoe he wore when he was filming the movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, they did do like a Space Jam, like all like package, I think, right?
I think they did.
On a retro, maybe.
I think
I
on a
feel
retro.
like that's a collab.
I think that's just like I said. I just think that's the shoe he wore. It'd be like
Maybe.
Then named that Because he wore other 11s at other times, but that one's specifically called the Space Jam.
Yeah.
Maybe that'd be a good question for everyone.
Everyone, tell us your answers.
Well, let me ask you this. So what about the Nike Mag? Is that a Back to the Future shoe, or is that just a shoe he wore in Back to the Future?
I think it's a Back to the Future shoe.
I think that's a Back to the Future shoe.
Yeah.
But
Like, I mean,
he just wore it in Back to the Future. I don't know that it's called the Nike Mag. It's not the Back to the Future Nike.
But I mean, it really is. Let's be real. Like, no.
I mean, like when
nobody's
it came out, like they literally had like Michael J. Fox like endorsing it. I don't know. Maybe that's another good question.
Damn.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
All right. Last question. What is the first Disney attraction to inspire a feature-length film?
My head's giving me Country Bears, but I know that's wrong.
So a lot of people think it's Pirates, but it's actually Twilight Zone Tower Terror.
Oh, okay, fair. I love that terrible Country Bears movie. That thing.
That Country Bears movie. I'm trying to think. 'Cause I was gonna say Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Thanks for playing the Disney Hype Trivia.
It's tough, man.
Ruby, what do you got for us? You got it all. You got all data compiled.
I do. Here we go. Britain, this is your Mad Lib. What's up, Kicks at the Castle? It's me, Britain, the Vintage King. You can catch me in Hollywood studios capturing the fire fit pics. If you've seen my fit pics, you know I have every shoe. But if I'm sticking with one for the parks, it's gotta be the Union 1 Black Toes. You can catch me on TikTok giving Walt Disney World travel tips. What's my must-do ride? It's gotta be the People Mover. Can't enjoy Disney without eating some churros and hanging with Figment. Looking to get into vintage? I'm the plug for delicious sports tees and exhilarating Disney tees. Link up with me in the Discord to see what's up.
There you go. I love it.
Should have said, "Hey, dudes."
Let's see. Let's we got a few questions for you. I mean, you kind of went over to how you got into Disney. So let me ask you this. Was your wife always into Disney, or did you influence her in that direction, or was that an easy match?
So she grew up loving the movies, but had actually only been to the parks once before we met. She had gone as like a 5-year-old. But I took her on a scavenger hunt from Chattanooga down to Florida and proposed to her in the parks. Aww. And so that's kind of what ignited the whole thing.
Okay. So I like that. So you kind of made it. So now it's, we got to go back. This is where the story of us began. Yeah.
I always laugh because it was between that and Rock City, which is just like a kind of cool nature attraction, like 10 minutes from me. And I'm like, man, we'd be going to Rock City like 6 times a year if I'd proposed there. It would have been dangerous.
Well, nice. Well, how'd you get into sneakers? How long has that been a thing?
Man, so the shoe that got me into sneakers was the Jeremy Scott Adidas when he was releasing those the first time around. Actually used to always grab them at the Adidas outlets at the Orlando outlet malls when we went down for our trips. And then after high school, took like 4 or 5 years off and got back into them real hard with the Travis Mochas. It was so funny. I knew nothing about what the market was doing right then. So I saw a used pair for $200. And I was like, that feels reasonable. Like, new, they're saying they're 1,000, but it's a used shoe. Who wants that? 200? Sure. They were the fakest pair of shoes you have ever seen in your entire life. They got to my house and literally, like, within a day, there was a glue stain lining the entire midsole. And I was like, I must have stepped in a puddle. And then like 3 days later, I was like, I don't think these are legitimate. Wait a second. And they were not. But it got me down the ramp. In between that, I did a lot of I was big into Red Wing boots for a while. So that was kind of my middle ground. But sneakers, definitely, I'm glad I am back into the sneaker realm, more comfortable.
So you've got a pretty wide taste. What are some of your go-tos?
So I'm kind of going to give the basic sneakerhead answer of 1s, 4s. 11s hurt my feet, so I can't do 11s. I do like 5s a lot. And then I know to John's chagrin, I'm a huge New Balance 990 series guy, so I love those.
So 990 whatever, or 990
Yeah.
is oh, that's fine. I know she didn't say ZXs. I'm sorry, ZXs. So that's a good answer. Started with the Jordans. That's nice.
Yeah.
As Matt had said, you were quite the movie guy. How many movies did you see last year?
Last year, I was so mad at myself. My goal was 100 new movies in theaters or new to streaming. I hit 99.
Ooh,
Dang.
couldn't sneak
Like,
that one extra one in there.
Were you like on the wire there, or you just?
No, it was like the 30th, and I counted and realized I was at 99. And I was like, should I just go watch like a crappy
dang.
Netflix film? But I was like, I'm tired. No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought it was like you're on like the 99th movie, and then like it ended at like 11:59.
The clock was just counting
Watching
down.
it at like 3 speed. Like, come on, let's go.
Oh yeah, no,
Pretty
I
impressive.
need more reviews, because a lot of times I'll see you give a star rating and I'm like, oh shit, I wanted to see that movie, but now you said it sucked. So what are you at this year?
I think I saw number 34 last night. So I'm a little behind pace, but I see more when the Oscar season hits. So I'll catch up.
Yeah.
Right, so what was the last one you saw?
Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
It was not good.
Really?
Dang.
I was supposed to go Monday, and I actually canceled my reservation because my son couldn't make it. But so that's a skip.
Well, here's the thing with them. I actually I don't think any of them are best picture nominees.
No, it's just entertainment.
But they're fun. They're fun, good, bad movies. This one, man, they went one step too far. I just was like, I can't do it. I mean, still cool cars, still cool action.
You mean it wasn't
Like,
believable?
going,
It wasn't believable. It was not plausible. Get out of here.
It was weird. Somehow this time it was just like, I don't think they could actually do that.
Do you watch do you watch trailers before movies come out?
I
Or
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see the trailer for the new Scorsese movie?
Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
It looks so good.
It looks so good. It and the
Yeah.
new Wes Anderson film, and then Oppenheimer are kind of the three that I'm like,
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, I see that.
I just saw the Oppenheimer trailer at Guardians and I was like, ooh, that looks good. So yeah, those are 3 movies that I'm definitely looking forward to also.
Guardians is my top of the year so far. I love
It
that
was
movie.
good.
It was so good.
Yeah, it was great.
I've seen it twice already. So yeah. Did you see Sisu?
No?
No, you didn't see that one. That one kind of that almost looked like it almost looks like a Quentin Tarantino type war movie.
Yeah.
I want to.
Have you ever walked out on a movie in the theaters? It was so good.
Not, I'm trying to think. Was there one? There was one a couple years ago that I left, but it was just because it was a little
Was it Triangle of Sadness? Because literally everyone in my theater walked out of that one.
no, I stuck Triangle of Sadness out. I didn't get it, but I stuck it out. I forget what it was. It was just a little like I'm fine with a movie being edgy, but there were some lines it was crossing where I was like, eh. But no, other than that, I've only ever left because I'm falling asleep. I have a bad habit of booking the 11 o'clock at night movies. And one hits and I'm like, I don't know. It's good. Is it that good? I'm not sure.
Does your theater have the reclining seats? Because that would just be
Yep.
So you could just be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've got crazy sleep apnea. So once I'm gone, the entire will you shut the hell up?
That's funny.
I fell asleep during something recently. I think Mario. I had to see it. I saw it twice, and I think the second time I fell asleep for a second, and Emily was shaking me, being like, "You've got to wake up. These kids are grumpy."
Do you have the movie pass thing where you can go see as many movies in the theater? Yeah.
I do. So I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And so we have a little bit of a smaller movie market, but we do have a bunch of AMCs. So I got the AMC pass.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I have to. Let's talk a little bit about vintage. And not, we can get into some of how you got into it, but how is dealing in vintage with as competitive as it seems? It seems like everybody's into it. Are there those nuggets that you can still easily find, or are you just digging constantly?
Yeah, so I try to, with the vintage stuff, I hate, I don't want to be part of the whole resale culture thing. It always makes me bummed. But I also can't be spending X amount of dollars on vintage without it. So So I do flip a little bit, and what I'll do is I'll go on eBay and like find regional sports teams that their shirts are for sale on like the West Coast. And I'll be like, oh, a Brave shirt, that's worth more in this 30 miles than it is in the West Coast. So that's kind of how I beat out the competitive side of it. For the personals, man, it's crazy out there.
Like, do you hit like the local garage sales, flea markets, or like do you go to like how do you mine that stuff? Or
I do from time to time. I'm buddies with the local, like one of the sneaker stores in town is like half sneakers, half vintage. And I'm buddies with the owners of it. One of them actually works at the marketing firm I own. So I kind of just get the plug on like, he's like, this just came in. We're not listing it, but it is an XL Disney. And I'm like, great, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Well, I noticed it feels like you've got a relationship with the shop because it feels like you cycle a lot of shoes. Like you'll get them and wear them and then dump them. And the next thing you know, or trade, do you typically trade or how do you do that?
Yeah, usually I'll trade. I try not to have, because I'm someone who, when I get into a hobby, I get a little too into it. And we don't have kids or anything, so I have
you're talking.
If I wanted to spin more, I could. So I try not to. I try to be responsible. So I've set my cap at 10 sneakers and 20 vintage tees at a time.
Wow,
Okay.
that's
So
very responsible.
time, I've got 10 sneakers, I've got my 20 vintage pieces, and I'm just cycling them.
Wow, that's
very yeah, good for you. I could never. I'm not that responsible of a human being.
So right now, you've only got 10 sneakers in your closet.
Yep. I think right now I have 8 because I think there's something in the mail. But yeah,
That is impressive.
it's
Wow.
I'm just too impulsive to not. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble. So I'm like, well, I'll limit it a little bit.
So do you find it's easier to deal with like a used shoe versus trying to buy DS stuff? I mean, is that why you kind of that way?
Yeah, the only time I'll buy something DS is if it's like a great, like when I finally end up getting back the Travis Mocha lows, I will get those DS because I'll just wear those until they're in the ground. But everything else I try to get like no star loss is kind of my qualification, but I wear everything anyway. So if it's got a little nick on the side, I'm probably going to run into a door anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we're starting to run long. Ruby, Matt, you got anything else for Britain before we call it an episode?
No, I feel like you answered most of the questions. I know we chatted a little bit before this, but yeah, I definitely love your vintage stuff. So always excited to see it. I guess I do have one question. Do you and your family still do those like big annual trips, or do you, now that some of you are adults, kind of not do that as much?
No, we don't anymore. But, and she is not a podcast person, so I can say it. I think for Christmas, we're going to take my mom for a long weekend. So that'll be the first time we do something with anyone except for just my wife and I in a while.
Oh, cool.
It'll be nice.
Very nice. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Matt, how about you?
I guess you cycle a lot of stuff like all the time. Like what's a pair or a vintage shirt that you like regret getting?
Like getting rid of or buying in the first place?
Buying in the first place.
Ooh.
It was like, dang, I'm stuck with this, or I guess you could do both. You regret giving up?
No, you could just all you got to do is hype it up and then sell it to Kyle.
Regret getting probably my first couple pairs of 700s because I didn't realize how tight they ran. So I would buy them and try to break them in, and I would break them in just enough where the value was gone, and then I'd be like, my feet hurt. No.
Yeah.
Regret giving up are definitely my cause force. That was a mistake. I should have held on to those forever.
Yeah.
Did you have the black or the gray pair?
The gray ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are so nice.
I did it to handle some stuff that needed to be handled. So like I don't regret selling them, but I strongly regret not owning them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go. All right. Well, man, I want to thank you for joining us. Want to thank everyone for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review, check out the YouTube, and Discord is spicy. Just saying. Friendly fire all over the place in there. And there's quite a collection of emojis of me. If anybody would likes to see random pictures of me with a hot dog in my mouth or fairy wing, they're there.
Available for a low subscription fee.
Yeah, subscription fee coming soon. We are Kicks at the Castle. You can follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to tag us and use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle in your Disney Fit Pics. My name is John. You can find me on Instagram at Weekends with Walt. Britton, how can they find you?
I am on Instagram at britton.btg.
Ruby, how can the listeners catch up with you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Rubes, ROOBSS.
And Matt, how can people hit you up?
You find me at the Disney Hype Beast, and also y'all got one more day for the Kings of the Castle Park Hop Flex. So get those entries in.
Hey, only feet.
Feet only. Yeah. No toes. Period. So, all right. Well, we are Kicks the Castles, the season 6, episode 4, and we are out. Peace.
Peace.
Let's take a ride. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how.